How are we going to solve this? That's the goal for today. Look at it. Really look at that thing. How are we going to solve that? Because there's a way we've solved things in the past. Look, in the past, we've had things like 4x minus 1 is equal to 11. And what we did at that point is we used kind of our classical algebra techniques. And we said that then that means 4x is equal to 12, at which point we divide by 4, and we get x is equal to 3. Okay? What's different here is that it's quadratic. What's different here is that that's squared. What makes it different is these will never combine. They're not like terms, so you'll never get it to where it's just x equals something. And that's what it means to solve. The question here is going to be to solve, which means you need it to be x equals this or that. So we need a slight trick here. We need something else. We can't just subtract 15 from both sides, because then we're still going to be stuck. We're going to be stuck with this square. There's multiple techniques. So what we're going to focus on is called solve by factoring. We're going to look at this, and we're going to see that this is a trinomial. And we're going to say, yo, we remember something about trinomials, that we can factor them, so let's do it. Let's factor this. Boom. We got 15. We got negative 8. We got to solve this puzzle. Two numbers that multiply to give me positive 15, add to give me negative 8, are 5 and 3, and they both got to be negative if they're going to add to a negative. So this becomes x minus 5, x minus 3 is equal to 0. Now look, a lot of people, last chapter, this is where the problem ended. This is where it was over. We circled that and we went about the rest of our lives. But now when it says solve, you're not done unless you have some sort of answer that's x equals something. And we're not there yet. Now so what we learned last chapter is useful. We're using it now, but it's not an end unto itself. We got to keep going. Look, in this case, you take what's inside the parenthesis and set it equal to 0. You take what's inside that parenthesis and set it equal to 0. Why is that? Why did I do that? Come on, Mr. Miller, take your jacket off. This is getting serious. This is getting serious. Here we go. Sometimes I like to dance a little bit. It relaxes me. Relaxes my spirit. Here's why. Here's why I've set these things equal to 0. Because two numbers that multiply together will never equal 0 unless one of those two numbers is 0. Like 4 times 7 ain't 0. One of those has got to be 0, okay? That's the thing here. So, and I don't care that it's x minus 5. It's this parenthesis multiplied by that parenthesis. So one or both need to be 0. So you set them both equal to 0 and figure out what value of x makes them 0. This is this. Now, I mean, if you're in my class, you know, this is chapter 2 stuff, right? Now we got this thing. And I know you're good at this. I know you got this one. You add 5 to both sides. And you get x is equal to 5. You add 3 to both sides. And you get x is equal to 3. That's how we solve. X equals 3, x equals 5. Those are the values that make that function equal to 0, all right? Okay, let me give you another one now. Come on, here's where it gets serious. Let's get serious. I'm going to keep the word solve up there, because we still going to solve. All right, you step up on this one. Once you see this problem, you pause this video and you give it your best shot. All right, pause this video and give it your best shot. Oh, pause. All right. Thank you. Thank you for learning today. Because see, I love to teach. I love to call myself a teacher, but I'm not a teacher if nobody's learning anything. So you right now are helping me because you're learning something, and I'm helping you because I'm trying to teach you something. Right? We're on the same team here. Look, we have what's called a quadratic because the variable is squared, raised to the second power. So in order to solve this, we're going to have to factor. Well, we don't have to, but that's the method we're practicing here. So let's factor this. I'll put the x just right here. We need two numbers that multiply to give me 28 and add to give me 11. Anyone? Anyone? All right. All right. There's no one in this room, by the way, so that's why nobody answers. Not that nobody likes me. There's nobody here. Just we got that straight. Okay. 7 and 4. That's the answer there. So look, we got x plus 7, x plus 4. Don't you dare circle that and say you're done. I asked you to solve. You need to see x equals something. This still equals 0. From the last video, I showed you why we do this. Or I tried to show you why, that we got x plus 7 is equal to 0. Then we say x plus 4 is equal to 0. Now we have our classic algebra where we try to get x all by its lonesome. Okay, so instead of plus 7, we go minus 7. Boom, boom. And then we got x is equal to negative 7. That's what we're talking about. Now let's do it one more time. Why not? Subtract 4 from both sides. Holla. X is equal to negative 4. That is how we do it. If you got that right, feel good about yourself. If you got it wrong, feel good about yourself. There's a general theme here today. See, we're not here to call us, oh, we don't understand all this nonsense. Okay? We can learn it, you can learn it, and we're here to learn it. All right? Simple as that. Last one. Last one. And all along the way, we appreciate this. Here's this problem. I'm going to give you this problem. It's beautiful. Watch. This is a beautiful problem. Pause the video. Give this problem the respect it deserves. All right. I tried to change it up on you just a little bit. Just a little bit because there's not 3 terms now. But we're solving by factoring, which means you must factor. And you can factor this. There's 2 terms. So my question is there a greatest common factor? Well, there is. It's 4x. So I'm going to take out a 4x. And I'm left with x minus 5 is equal. Well, I'm going to start here. And I'm going to say, I hope you didn't circle that. Am I done? No! I'm not done yet. Because it says solve. Which means the final answer or answers need to have x equals something. This is an unknown. We've got to figure it out. Now, based last time, this is similar because it's in a parenthesis, just like the last ones had things in parentheses. In this case, the term is outside, but if you want, you could have drawn in parentheses, and we still must take it and have it equal to 0. Well, let's solve. In this case, to get x all by itself, we divide both by 4. X is equal to 0. You got this thing. Should I finish this? I will, just because there's something about just getting to a conclusion, right or wrong. There's something about kind of the joy of that. This is just algebra, people. That's all this is. It's just algebra. I encourage you, as always, to do more practice problems. You have a beautiful day. You're beautiful people, so why not? And I'll see you again some other time.